Are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Beautiful, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. There's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
Oh, shit. How y'all doing? Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. It's Sunday, baby. It is Sunday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I am glad you're here. It is a beautiful day down here in South Texas, thank goodness. After last week, we got up to like 74 today, bright and shiny skies. I hope the weather improved no matter where you are. I hope your day went wonderful, and we can settle back into moving this nation forward. Anyway, Cheryl Cashman, thank you for jumping in first. And yes, dear, I am well. Sherry P., Rick Zachary, Sarge Tech, Randy Peterson. Randy is with us. Martha Oliveira, Virginia Woody, who also uses her voice. We appreciate her so much. Dahlia Barrera, Dorothy Tyndall, JWB 52Z. 52. I got to lean in on that one. I can't see the little.
Can't forget JWB.
I know it. I don't. Ardina Michael, Miss Linda, Mary Ellen, and Jay Clayton. Where's Stephanie's there with Jay, the romantic couple that they are. Of course, they're going to be together on Cocoa Beach somewhere, probably in 80-degree weather. He's probably feeding her grapes with fans blowing. I don't know. It's right out of the storybooks. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Jay. Who else? Linda Douglas, Dwayne Twizzle. Hey, Dwayne, and the remixtress is right there. Karen Van Wyck. Let me see. John Heron, our resident archaeologist. Bernadette Pree, how are you, darling? Thank you for being here. Martha Oliveira, and everybody else. Teresa Rojas, mi amiga up in Chicago. How are you doing, darling? Teresa Diggum, our artist. Mary Humphreys, John and Pecumsey. I love that. And Candy Guidry, our head admin over at John Berdeveau, the Facebook page over there that she runs, and she does an absolutely fantastic job along with her team, Monica and Carrie. And, oh man, our whole team over there who does a wonderful job. And I could not be more proud of, especially the hell that they have to go through at times. She hangs in there. Anyway, thank you, Candy. Gary Spring is with us. And Ardina Michael. Michael James is here too. Hell, everybody's here. Well, ain't it been a hell of a week? It's been a crazy week down here in Texas. We've been at the top of the news for all the wrong reasons down here. There's going to be, investigations everywhere. What did that say? Oh, hi guys. Anyway, before we get started, I got mail. I ain't had mail in a while. I was feeling plumb left out there. I got a card from our own John Unell up in Schuylkill, Pennsylvania, and a.k.a. Johnny Fly. And he sent a card that says, "You're the coolest." Well, of course I am. I thought he was, but, that's how it goes. If he's going to say I am, I'm going to accept it. It says, "Thanks from your biggest fan." It says the... I can't reach. Oh, the orange-haired dotard is out finally, and now to convict. Anyway, Johnny Fly, thank you very much for the card. I appreciate it, partner. And then I also got a package. Oh, Lord. I got a package from Donna Bonacosi up in Medford, Massachusetts. Lives right up there near Chris Kloss in the same area. And anyway, we got, amongst other things, and you'll notice some of these packages are open. Beef jerky.
So good.
So good. It came in real handy in the last few days, too. And Mama got some Epsom salt, but it's vanilla comfort Epsom salt. She sent kisses, and where's it? And a bunch of these little candies, and this is the only one left. So those went well. It's been a few days since I got the package. A bunch of facials for Mama and Rose, and it was a wonderful package. Oh, and two. Oh, Jesus, don't do that. Mama will kill me. Donna also sent two little starfish as she got off the beach up there. And that is just, they're so delicate. I'm surprised they made it. And Mama warned me she'd kill me if I broke it. So I'm going to put it right over there. Anyway, thank you both for that so much. We appreciate all the time, anytime we hear from y'all. Snail mail is the best mail to get, man. It's like, wow, something's there. Anyway, yes, we've been in the news for all the wrong reasons. The sub-zero temperatures that hit Texas and really threw us into a real bad situation down here, hurting a lot of people because we were not prepared for. Our lawmakers were warned about this twice, once in 1989, another time in 2011. But, you know, we ain't got to worry about that shit because it'll never happen. Well, it happened again. That's why they made the recommendations in 2011. But Texans being Texans, well, most of them anyway. Ted Cruz, I'm sorry. Need to ship his ass back to Canada. And I love Canada. So you're in a quandrum, you know. You don't want to send Ted up there.
Yeah, no, I don't think
no,
I
it
want
wouldn't be fair.
I don't want to do that to Gary Spring.
Hey, let's just send Ted to Cancun and tell him to stay there.
Yeah.
Forever.
I mean, but then again, Cancun.
Hey, but he was out delivering water. They got pictures of him putting water in a car.
Yeah.
And everybody I notice on Twitter is really picking out the several pictures of him putting water in a car. There's no other cars around.
Yep.
So I don't know. I like to hope that Ted is out there actually doing something. But if he is, it's only because he was forced to. If he had his way, he'd still be in Cancun, baby. He wouldn't be due back for another day or two. So, no, he would not be putting water in cars and trying to help Texans get over the crisis that they're in. But he saw Beto O'Rourke. They saw Beto O'Rourke handing out water in Austin, and right now he's in San Antonio handing out hot meals to low-income families up in San Antonio. Hell of a guy. Hell, that guy should be senator. Yeah. Ours, they don't do shit unless they're forced to. Greg Abbott, though, he's on the warpath. We're going to find out what happened here. We're gonna fix this. You've had a chance before, asshole, just like everything else you threw us down the toilet for. For the oil and gas industry, baby, that greases your wheels, baby. That's what that is. And there's a big, it got me. I just have to say this. It pisses me off, that I haven't heard shit about our congressman, Michael Cloud, down here in District 27 here in Texas. Ain't had shit from him. But a congresswoman from New York raises $2 million for Texas to aid Texas in their disaster down here. Senator Tina Smith of Minnesota is starting an investigation into the price gouging of natural gas. Natural gas, which normally I understand, don't quote me on this shit, go look it up yourself, was normally going for about $50 per 1,000 cubic feet. Well, that shot up to somewhere around $9,000 per 1,000 cubic feet. There's an old boy up in Houston, Deandre Upshaw, got his electric bill, $7,000 freaking dollars.
What?
The sad part is that he's a good citizen. He's got his bill set up on auto pay.
Oh, no.
So it hit his bank, it wiped out his checking account, and then hit his savings account. damn near wiped them out. Now they don't have the money to pay the next house payment. And he's got busted water pipes like everybody else down here in Texas. Evidently, because we weren't prepared. Like some people. Anyway. The freezing temperatures knocked out the electric grid, knocked out the water. When water, they come back, you have to go through a boil process before you can use it. This does not happen in Minnesota. And the reason that the senator from Minnesota is upset is because this creates a ripple effect. Well, supply and demand. The demand for natural gas went way the hell up, and the supply went way the hell down. Well, that doesn't only affect Texas, baby. That affects everybody. It's a ripple effect. What the crisis that Texas had, the inability to have pipelines that don't shut down in sub-freezing weather, and like they have in Minnesota and other places. Hell, they got them in Alaska, Canada, places that barely ever thaw out anyway. I don't have a problem. Their windmills keep going. Ain't that some shit? Ours don't. Why is that? Because we're unprepared. We didn't do the job that we were supposed to do. And what hurts Texas hurts the country. That's the one thing about the United States of America, that what affects one affects us all. And we're supposed to give a shit about that. And evidently the senator from Minnesota is a whole lot more concerned about it than my senator from Texas. Yes, people are going to be hit with high electric bills. I can't wait to see mine, because it's based on the price of the commodity at hand. So if it goes up for me, it goes up for everybody. You know, and we're all going to pay a price for this. And it didn't have to be. And there's already legislation trying to be pushed to help people with their electric bills and repair costs down here. We got lucky. We had 2 busted pipes already fixed. We lost power for a little while, but we were doing fine. And but a lot of people, not so lucky, baby. Not so lucky at all when you consider people having to hack up their house to burn their siding or some shit. They're molding around the house to keep warm. There's lots of damage.
Yeah. Well, because again, in the long run, we're just all unprepared. We don't, have money that comes out our ass that can, take care of shit.
Hey, I thought the oil and gas industry was big. Makes lots of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they keep it too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't share that shit. Anyway, what else is coming up? Let me see. Oh, I just copied down the line from Hamlet. When sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. When sorrows come, it's not just the high electric bill, the busted water pipes. It's going to infect a lot of people for a long time. And until we get a nation that starts to improve on its infrastructure, that we start pouring money into fixing what we have and upgrading what we have, we're going to be facing a whole lot of bad situations down the road. So that's our job, baby. As progressives, that's what we want to do. We want to progress the country into something a little bit better. Texas, thank you, Travis. Reminding me that Teresa Diggum, our artist in charge, donated $2 to Super Chat and said Cruz left his poodle to freeze to death. Yes, he did. As he ran off to Cancun with the kids, being the good dad that he is, he left his little poodle there in the house to fend for itself, baby. And remind you, they were going to be gone for 4 or 5 days. Yeah. Hell of a guy. Hell of a dad, ain't it? Ted Cruz can go suck a turd. He's about the worstless piece of shit that Texas ever had. He just got elected again in 2018. He's going to sit back and rake in the money until we throw his ass out. The same way with John Cornyn and our governor and our lieutenant governor and our attorney general and my congressman. It's a freaking list I got. Sarge Tech donated $5 and said AOC raised $4 million for Texas while Ted ran away leaving his poodle Snowflake freezing home alone. Now Ted is photo opping, giving out water. Indeed, the guy, he might as well resign. He's a joke to everybody in this country nowadays. My Senator Ted Cruz. You can find him in every meme that you can find. He's all over Facebook, all over Twitter and everything. People are making fun of him.
The only thing we got to hope for is people just fucking remember when it's time to vote.
When it's time to vote, you remember this shit. Yeah. Incompetence kills. When you have people that don't give a shit to follow the recommendations that national agencies are giving them and to get prepared, you just go, oh, well, we'll do it next time. No, don't worry about it. Nothing will happen. And people die. People die. That's too much of a cost. Anyway. Aussie Dave, how are things down under? I know the sun is shining bright down in Australia.
Yeah, mate, it's lovely and warm. It's 90 degrees or thereabouts. And
that's my kind of weather.
Just got over a heat wave of 4 or 5 days of 100 plus, and it's all good. But, it's all overcasted by what is happening over there still. Even though the arsehole is gone,
the other guy
still has an impact. I mean, before you introduce everyone else, which
go ahead.
I know you want to do it, I just want to say the fucking hide of Fox putting Biden's marriage out there as a scam or a sham when he's got people like the Trump marriage and the Cruz marriage. I mean, how do you compare? I mean,
I must have missed something.
Well, Fox of last week, or might have been early this week, had an article saying that, and it was Hannity, that Biden's marriage was a sham. They were only together for the sake of him to become president, because apparently they've got rocky roads and they're not really together. But it's bullshit.
But
it is bullshit. And how desperate is that?
Are they sure they're not reporting on the last thing? Like
the other guy? Yeah, they're describing the other guy. They're mighty desperate. Some of these people are. They're
and I just got shocked by that they could use that hide, knowing that Trump has got a sham marriage and so has Cruz. I mean, his wife threw him under the bus.
Well, his wife is ugly.
Okay. Yeah.
I heard it from a reliable source, I understand. Saw it on
I got a lot more to say later on in the program. I'll let you carry on, John.
All right, Ozzy, thank you for being here. Let's get Robert Herron in the room out in Oregon. How are you doing, Robert?
What's up, Johnny?
I'm trying to hang in there, brother. My days are getting better all the time. I'm feeling good.
I got crisis profiteering on my mind.
Go figure. People would try to make money off of this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Profits over people.
Yeah.
I read some of your hotels are charging $1,000 a night.
Yes. Yep. I don't know about 1,000. I overheard a guy in line at the store I was at who was telling a guy behind him that he was lucky and he got a motel room, but it cost him $200-something for a room that normally costs $40. Supply and demand. That's the way our system works, baby. You got a little bit of something and everybody wants it. You can high price for that shit. How they live with themselves, I don't know.
It seems like over the last 4 years, I've seen a lot of profiteering created by crises.
Well, there's some people. How can you let a good crisis go by? There's money to be made. I said this about hurricanes. There is a whole industry set up on call from FEMA. These are private contractors who know that as soon as there is a disaster, whether it be this one, whether it be a hurricane, a tornado, an earthquake, whatever it is, things have to move, and they have to move quick. And again, being the capitalist system we are, there's money to be made, and there's plenty of people there that are going to provide that transportation or that service or whatever it is, because it's going to be at a high profit. There's money to be made, and that is part of our sad problem as a society, is that we are so easily talk ourselves into cheating your fellow man on the basis of, I can get away with it. I can. It's sad. It's a sad statement on our society as a whole.
What is sad, John, is there's more profit in pain, so there's more profit in maintaining the status quo than fixing.
There is more money in pain and there's more money in pleasure. It's that area in between where the working people are, where they suffer more of the pain but they get less of the pleasure.
See, we need some legislation that stops them from doing that. Like electric bills that are $15,000 because you're in a crisis.
Yeah,
that needs to be a felony.
There's going to be a whole lot of people getting high electric bills pretty quick. Let's let Johnny Fly jump in here all the way up in Pennsylvania. He jumped in while we was talking here. How you doing, Johnny Fly? All right, don't fucking talk to me. I understand. Sure. Just don't talk to me. I understand.
You can hear me.
I can hear you now.
Hello?
How you doing, Johnny?
You got to open those ears up.
I got glue in them, buddy.
I'm doing great. Good. Hey, you got to teach those people down in Texas how the hell to vote. What the hell are they voting Cruz back and forth?
They're a bunch of idiots down here. They consider themselves patriots or I don't know what the hell they cut. I'm a Republican. I believe in the family values. I believe in fiscal responsibility. They fucking are robbers, thieves, and cheats. That's what they are. Come on, man. It is disgusting. Our state has been under Republican control for 3 decades. And this is what it gets us, baby.
I remember, what was her name, Governor Ann?
Ann Richards. Ann Richards.
She was awesome.
She was a pistol, baby. She was somebody to be reckoned with. And she did a lot of damn good for Texas. And then we slumped in. Just like the cycle across the United States, we get Republicans puff up their flag, wave the flag, they pull their Bible out and all that kind of stuff. And they fool idiots into voting for them because, hey, look at there's a flag. They chase it like a freaking cat. Doesn't mean anything to them.
Did you see, John, that Mike Pence is not going to speak at the CPAC convention that's going to come up? I wonder why. I mean, somebody else is going to be speaking there, too.
Yeah, there's got to be some reason that, because Donnie's going to be there. The other guy. I'm sorry, I don't like to use his name anymore. I like to call him the other guy. Ever since Biden called him the other guy. I like that.
That's true.
I like that. It's the other guy. The other guy is going to be.
Don't even mention his name.
I don't. Anymore. He's a stinking piece of trash. He's a disgusting piece of fly shit who is now going to worm. I want to see this. I am going to tune in to CPAC, baby. I want to see who's there. Because who's there? There's your maggot
who's
brigade.
Who's going to be there?
Your maggot brigade.
Ted Cruz is going to be there.
Yes, Ted Cruz will. So will Lindsey Graham. There'll be a lot of them.
DeSantos is going to be
DeSantos,
there.
I'm sure, will probably show up. Yeah, it's in his state.
The usual pieces of shit.
Yep. So we're I'm going to tune in because I'm going to enjoy this. This war within the Republican Party, I hope they knock each other out, baby. Just get in there and kitty combate, baby. Kitty combate. Let's go.
You're a glutton for punishment, John.
Huh?
You're a glutton for punishment. You just love to listen to all your favorite right-wing
nut jobs out there trying to screw each other, lie to each other. They all go on Fox News so they can lie to their little minions because the little minions are too stupid to turn the channel from the most disgusting TV station you'll ever put on the most anti-American.
You got AOC that's in action.
Yes.
And you got Ted Cruz running his mouth.
Yeah. Well, that's what Ted's good at.
And she's not even from Texas.
I'm concerned for the people of Texas. I'm going to go down there and
You want to talk about unity? She's the perfect example of unity.
Exactly.
What the rest of them are running from.
What a congressperson should be. And did you see my congressman in the news?
In action.
No, you didn't. You didn't,
John.
See mine.
One's in action. One's in action with the lips, and the other one's in action with actually doing something. Doing something, and that's why Beto O'Rourke was out there doing shit before Ted headed to Cancun.
But the problem is the fucking assholes that support Trump will not recognize it, will not see it, will not even believe it, even though they're seeing it, because Trump said what they see and what they hear is not happening. And they will not believe AOC and the good people, Beddoes, and that helping them out. They won't change from Trump to them.
They'll badmouth AOC and Beto.
They'll spin it. They'll spin it.
They'll lie. Yeah, they'll spin it. They'll spin everything. Yep. They lie about everything.
Just like my governor Greg Abbott going on Fox News and telling everybody, well, it's because of the windmills and the Green New Deal. That's how come we're in a crisis down here in Texas, and we can't have it. He's a lying sack of shit. It runs within the Republican Party. It's a mantra for them. If you cannot dazzle them with brilliance, then you baffle them with bullshit. And that's and his minions, the people that listen to him, they eat that bullshit up. They lap it up like it's milk, baby.
Yes.
They do.
They live on pain.
They do. It's sad. Because these are my fellow citizens that I'm looking at
power,
do this.
John.
Huh?
Those windmills in Texas were producing power. They didn't stop. Let's get that straight.
No, well, some of them did. Some of them had some problems, and they did stop.
I've seen video footage of them still turning with a blizzard blowing.
They do in Iowa. They do in Minnesota.
If they were upgraded to regulation, they would have had defrosters on all of them.
Hey, Robert, you said a key word. Regulation.
It's just, come on.
And that's how come Texas has its own grid, is because we don't have to follow federal regulations because we're a state-owned grid.
Yeah, they want to be cheap.
Yeah, they want to
save money.
Yeah.
They want to be cheap.
It's not cheap. They want to steal the profit so much. To them, it's about a profit margin. It's not about service to your community. It's not providing power in the worst conditions, or to do the repairs that are necessary or the upgrades. No, it's about the bottom line. How much money can I make before this shit goes to hell? That's what it is.
I mean, you got this ISS, right? The International Space Station that's in space.
480 degrees below freezing.
Right.
Below zero.
Solar panels, for God's sake.
Solar panels seem to be working pretty good, huh?
Right. I mean, if it works for them, and they have the technology to work that shit on Mars.
Been working for 20 years. Yeah.
And the walls of that space station are only paper thin. I mean, don't get the impression they're iron or steel.
No,
you could punch your hole through the walls of the space station if you wanted to.
It's not that. It doesn't have to be that sturdy. You know.
I think Greg Abbott just was looking for an excuse there. He's like, aha, it's that green energy.
It's the green energy. That's what the problem is. These tree huggers want to give us energy that we can get for free, not while we can charge you out the ass for it. Yeah, that's the way it is.
Exactly. That's what he got.
Exactly.
That's why.
That's exactly what it is.
He's making a buck off of everybody.
And Texas is the biggest oil state in the union.
In the union, indeed. We live off oil and gas. We're on the oil and gas tit. Everybody that works down here is somehow connected to the oil and gas industry. The problem is, it is a finite resource. And the more we get to the end of the finite part, the more you're going to be paying for gas, which is why they are trying to proceed as heavily as they can with electric vehicles.
It also created the climate crisis we're in right now.
Yes.
I mean, that's how we got here.
It's the worst contributor. Fossil fuels are the worst contributor to climate change that we have.
Electric vehicles, John, would have been on your roads years ago if it wasn't for the oil fuel industry blocking the progress of electric vehicles.
That's right, because they've got a lot of congressmen and senators in their pocket, baby.
Yes.
In my state, in Pennsylvania, and Wyoming, it doesn't matter. California, oil and gas is still, it's a major industry wherever it is because it's given preferential treatment within our government. Can you imagine if renewable energies got the same breaks and everything that the oil and gas got the subsidies that the oil and gas industry gets, the tax breaks that they get and everything else? You add all that up. Sparky Dunk, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing, Spark?
I'm doing fine, John, except I lost the screen out of my vaporizer. Luckily I had an extra.
Send it to me. I'll fix it for you. Send the whole unit, everything that goes with it. Just send it here.
You need a screen in your vaporizer? You're kidding.
Vaporizer. He's bragging again. Is what he's doing. Got that 21st century way of getting high nowadays.
Hey, I pressed some rosin today. You know, I pressed some fresh rosin today. If that'll make your mouth water.
Oh man, did you?
Yep. Out of hash too. Like I pressed hash into rosin. And,
boy, howdy shit.
And then I got to dab it, and now I'm talking to you.
What are you doing that for?
Rubbing it in.
I'd be dabbing another one. Shit.
Because I'm having fun. I had to talk about, you know, all this these people that make money off of crises, because we really need to address this. It's been happening, you know, like the tornadoes and the hurricanes where people are selling bottles for $10 a bottle of water for $10.
Since
that's crazy.
Invented money. It's been
it's just, you can't capitalize on a crisis. That should be a felony. We need to pass some legislation that stops this from happening.
Well, it's a war. Wasn't it a war crime that if you profited, like soldiers sort of took stuff and sold it and profited from the
war profiteering. That's war profiteering, which is
this is different. This is crisis profiteering. Oh, you're suffering. Give me every dime you have in your firstborn.
We're not profiting from that.
Let me see.
Well, he'd say, we're not profiting from that. We're putting that into needed infrastructure and stuff. Yeah. They lie out their ass.
That's exactly
what they show me the proof.
Let me catch up here real quick.
Right? Look, we had COVID, right? And 400,000 people died. They're already in a crisis already, right? Then they have another crisis that happens. And
it's up to half a million now, not 400,000.
It's up over 500,000.
And then you have another crisis, whether it's a fire or a tornado or Texas freezing over.
Yeah.
You know, it adds on top of all that already. So
sorrow does not come alone, baby. It does not come.
So Cruz runs. Cruz is already a traitor as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
He was part of that whole insurrection.
That's it, baby. There's a list of them. Ted Cruz is the top of it. Let me catch up here before I get behind. It moved. Gary Spring, our buddy up in Canada, sent down 2 beaver bucks. Gary, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And Tracy Tobias donated $5 and said, fuck Ted Cruz. I think that's what she meant. It says F Ted Cruz. So I'll help you out there, Tracy. It means fuck Ted Cruz. Carol Van Wyck donated $5. Oh, did I just say Wick?
Yes.
Jesus.
We're going to put a sign
now,
in
word
front
from
of you.
our sponsor, Memory Cream.
That's it. Why?
Karen Van Wyck.
There we go.
I'm sorry, Karen. Donated $5 and said, oh, he said the R word. Yes, he did. And Sarge Tech donated $2 to Super Chat and said, renewables, the sun will shine, the wind will blow. Oil and gas will run out. Eventually it will. It's a finite resource.
Not soon enough.
No, not soon
enough. There's no gas on Mars, man. There's no gas
as the mother invention, the deeper in this shit we're going to get, the more we're going to advance in the ways that we're going to work our way out of it. Right now, with most of the major car companies they're aiming for electric vehicles by 2025 or something like that. It's not that long away.
I know I saw a Chevy today.
Yeah.
2030. I think it's 2030.
They're going to make great advancement in battery technology, and that's where the key is. And you have to have a battery that is going to give you the mileage, and you have to have a battery that is either a chargeable very fast or a replacement battery, a system. And I've seen this in a video. They're going to have like stations where you just drive up into a bay, and a little thing comes out and pops your battery out and puts another battery in, and down the road you go.
It's like a gas bottle changeover.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I've seen the Tesla refill stations at Fred Meyer's and Walmart. I mean, they've got them. They're around town.
Yeah.
I've seen them, like recharge stations for.
There are
anyway
areas that do have because electric vehicles are a thing now. They're on the road already. So
and they're becoming more affordable.
Yes. Yeah.
When they first came out, it was like $100,000 for your basic electric vehicle. Today, you can buy them for $35,000.
Shit. I still got $100 wrapped up in Elio from 10 years ago? 5, 7, 8 years ago?
That was a mistake.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my freaking Elio. We're going to make it one day, you assholes.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
Why would we want it when Tesla's out there?
And Ben Stroud donated $10 to Super Chat and said, if they think they're going to get away with charging us $5,000 per cubic feet of natural gas and $3 per kilowatt hour of electricity. They got another thing coming. Biden better do something about this. There is already legislation in the works.
They should intervene right now.
They should, and they need to do it quick because, as the senator from Minnesota pointed out, it's a ripple effect. It's not only going to affect the people of Texas. The price of natural gas goes up. It goes up for everybody. So although you didn't lose natural gas up in Minnesota, you're going to pay a higher price from it because, price went up because they said so.
People's fault.
What about people who get it from Canada?
I don't know.
I mean, you can't hold the people responsible for the system failing.
No.
Which is what they're doing.
They're paying their taxes. They're paying their taxes, their electric bill. They're paying for all the utilities that they have. They assume that money is part of it is being used to keep their system online. As a matter of fact, I belong to a co-op down here in Texas, and they flat out tell me how much money I have invested in the little fund that is for infrastructure in case things go wrong. And if we don't need it, we're going to send it back to you. Anyway.
Hey, you know what, John? I'm wondering, pardon me.
There is no pardon for you.
I'm wondering when they're gonna get down on the governor down there. He's their accuser. What's that electric company that you have? He's blaming them for it.
ERCOT, the Electric Reliability
ERCOT or whatever.
Corporation.
I'd like to know.
Texas.
Well, I'd like to know when they're going to actually come down against the governor. I mean, you know, like they say, the buck stops with the president. Well, he's the chief executive of the state. Why doesn't it stop with him?
Hell no. Greg Abbott will point to somewhere else. Not my fault. Look at that over there. That's disgusting. You know, even if he has to point at Ted Cruz, he'll throw somebody under the bus and just, you know, he care.
Threw his kids under the bus. He threw his damn kids under the bus.
He threw his kids under the bus.
Seems to be a habit.
Here, kids.
Yeah. That's a habit of the GOP.
Blamed his kids. Then his wife ratted him out. Then he tried to backpedal and make an excuse why he didn't help anybody.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, AOC is in action helping everybody.
Beto O'Rourke's out there doing his thing. There's people from outside of our state doing things to help Texas, while our politicians go to Cancun or I don't know what Greg Abbott was doing during all this. Cuddle up in front of the fireplace, I guess.
I got to say that I would love to see in 10 years' time, and I would be happy for people like Elon Musk to be making billions of dollars out of electric vehicles and supplying electricity, batteries to like he did in Adelaide, the big battery power pack we have here. I would love to see that sort of thing happening in 10 years' time, rather than see these oil barons making billions, destroying the planet, spilling it everywhere in the oceans, creating pollution. I mean, it's yin and yang. It's black and white. You just can't. What's good for the planet is good for the people. And unfortunately, the money, the dollar, the fucking dollar, it just means that all these oil barons are going to be worth less overnight. So fucking what? You got so much money. How much do you need?
You're going to lose $1 million when you're worth billions? Give me a fucking.
You can't spend it when you're dead. You can't spend it when the planet's dead.
You only live for 90 years. Let's put a rule figure.
You know what?
If you're lucky.
A lot of times these oil barons, they're making so much money and they have good health coverage. They could give two flying fucks for the average person like you or me.
Well, that's what the dollar does to a soul. It poisons the fucking soul.
It does.
See, Ozzy, you just said it. See, they're only going to live for 90 years, so they're like, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my 90 years. I'm going to die anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it to my kid so he can live a great life until he dies.
You know, so maybe they don't really think about the future generations to come on this planet.
No, that is the difference between the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. In my humble opinion, is one gives a shit about people and the other one gives a shit about money. Yep. That's you look at most of the Democratic issues concern trying to make things better for people in this country. You look most of the initiatives from Republican, it's all about giving rich people more money. That's what it is.
Companies had Trump in their pocket.
Because of all these friggin' bonuses they pay these CEOs. Every time a CEO comes into a company, like the last guy left for 5 years, he's been there, and he gets his bonuses because he increases profits every year. A new CEO comes along because they get rid of the old one because his profits aren't increasing as much as they were 4 years ago.
Right.
So you want your big bonus, Mr. CEO? Get our profits up.
Yep.
So how do you get your profits up? How do we earn money out of people?
Screw the customer. That's how you
Because
do
I
it.
want my $1 million bonus or whatever they get, these mammoth wages.
It's pitiful.
The wages alone. Look, a CEO for the electric company is probably getting $50 million a
Lord,
year.
go take a look at, and I have at CEOs of healthcare companies, CEOs of defense contracting companies, which, oh, by the way, is your money they're getting paid with. They're riding high, baby. You know, that, again, I always, whenever I think of the military budget, half of our discretionary spending is on military, on the Defense Department, not the military, the Defense Department. That's where the money goes. And until we can realize that we don't need that big of a budget for the defense budget, nowhere near. Nowhere near. It's the biggest ripoff this country has seen, and Eisenhower warned us when he left. Beware of the industrial military complex. It will eat you alive, and it has. It eats up everything we have. We're so concerned about that we'll let our own country dissolve into shit. But hey, we got plans for a new ship we're building or a new airplane that's coming in the future, and we have to pay for it now.
I was just wondering, now you were saying that one guy got a $7,000 bill or whatever. I'm assuming that is an actual mistake that people are not paying that.
That is not a mistake, and it's already paid because
I tell them to shove it up their ass.
The poor gentleman had the auto pay set up with his electric company. So his electric company went right into his account, took everything out of his checking account, and hit his savings.
Yeah,
it's already done.
I would never go with auto.
No,
I would never go with auto stuff.
No, because things change.
If I want to make a payment, I go right in and make that payment at that moment.
I'm not too lazy. I can't go in there and do something myself when I have to do it.
That's not making the CEOs wealthy and costing the people. It's the greed. It's the greed. Greed in politics.
There should be a lawsuit against that. That's bullshit.
I want to interject something here about gas here real quick. You know, when we were growing up in the 60s, when minimum wage was $3.50, gasoline was only 50 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
So when you think about how much of your paycheck at $3.50 an hour, 50 cents a gallon was compared to $7 an hour and $5 a gallon.
Hell of a difference there, isn't there?
Quite a bit. It's more than 50% of your income just at the gas pump.
Yeah. So and you know, nobody in this country, this is a country where you can do it, you can, and if you make it good, well, that's fine. Nobody is begrudging anybody to make a living and to make it well. You should want to do that, but not at the expense and the cost of everybody else. You know,
75% of your paycheck at just the gas pump. How are you going to pay rent and everything else after that if you're making $7.50 an hour?
Now, the cost of food has gone up.
Right, gas is not $5 a gallon right now, but
in
that's
other
only
places where the wages have gone up. I haven't seen any country shutting down for it, or cities shutting down because
who was that queen or something? She said, "Let them eat cake." That's their idea. They could care less if you have other bills.
Yeah, and
California minimum wage is $14 an hour
now. There you go. Did California shut down and move off somewhere else? No. All the businesses are still there. They're still running. They're still producing whatever they were producing before.
Australia is about $20 or $19. I think is minimum, somewhere around there. Is for an adult.
California been 14,
and yet the world keeps turning.
Well, how come the federal government can't do it?
Because we have greedy bastards here. That's why.
It just changed at the beginning of the year.
All right.
It's been bumping up.
The degree to which they at times.
It's been going on for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
A good Sorry, go on.
Let's see.
A good example of the greed that goes on within corporate, and it gets down as low as the street level, is when you see food shops calling police to guard their bins. So
oh my God, that just makes me mad.
Good food that could go to the homeless or the starving gets going to the tip and not to the people that need it.
That's another law we should pass.
Food that was still edible that people needed, yet not. Let's guard it with the police.
The United States is one of the biggest wasters of food in the world.
My God. Seeing the police guard that food when they could have.
We do not do it right as far as our consumption goes here.
Let me interject on that one. Seeing the police guard that food when they could have just handed it out to people instead of throwing it away, that should be a crime by itself.
It should.
Right there.
It should. There's a lot of things that should be a crime.
Because we're back to crisis profiteering again. You're in the middle of a crisis and you're withholding food from people and you're going to throw it away in front of them and make the cops guard that food? Oh my God.
Yeah, we had a story here locally over in Taft, a little town not too far from me. And the story was put out that please do not buy meat from the guy who's hawking it on the street because he just got it out of a trash can in the back of a meat place. So they were warning people don't do that.
If I own that shop, I would say bring proof that you're homeless and or you got desperate reasons. Bring that proof, and I'll give you the fucking food.
I'll give you the fucking food. Not only that, if I was that shop owner, I might have thought, hey, before this food goes to waste and I have to throw it out the back door, why don't I donate this while it's still good to the local food bank or to the soup kitchen down here or wherever?
Exactly.
You can do something proactive to make things better. But it doesn't always work that way. Let me do some catching up here real quick. Yeah,
you could have got a tax deduction out of that.
Yeah, Ed Beatty Jr. I'm just pointing out. You did it. Okay, Cruz gets away with donated $5 and Cruz gets away with it. You need to run against Michael Cloud. As soon as they come up, I'd have to slap him. The first time I'd gotten in a debate, slapping, just shut up. Ardessa, a.k.a. Purple Moon Dragon, donated $10 through Super Chat. Thank you very much, Ardessa, and said, big thanks to Boone's mom and Bernadette Pree for caring and helping me. Love you all. Big hugs. Nothing makes me feel better than a comment like that. And I don't know what Boone's mom and Bernadette Pree did, but I know what they've done for me and what they've done for what the hell was that? Oh, look at there. Somebody bought a shirt. No shit. Squirrel. I think.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Thank you, whoever did that.
Thank you. Where was that? Oh, Bernadette Pree and Boone's mom. The people in this family, this Blue Dot, I am so proud of y'all. Because you reach out and talk to each other. You do it in the chat. You do it through snail mail. You do it through packages. You do it through help. And it warms my heart. It really does. I get on this rant every once in a while about this. I am nothing but the old guy at the end of the road, same thing I was 4 years ago. And ain't nothing changed here. I am no different than I was 4 years ago, except I have a wider family that cares about me and my family. And I want y'all to know I care about y'all so much. But this goes on. I don't know what they did, but thank you, Bernadette Pree and Boone's mom, for doing what you did, baby. And Ardessa,
John, you do look different now. You got a goatee now. I can see it's starting to show in there.
I have to. It's either grow it back or change the artwork on the front of the show. I like the artwork on the front of the show.
You looks good on you, buddy.
Yeah, Challenger Network.
I hear Bill Jones breathing in the background.
Hey, Bill, are you breathing?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm doing fine, Bill.
I was just laughing, that's all.
I had a great conversation with Bill on the phone today.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it, Bill. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was first time in a while. We need that more often. That was fun.
We do. Yeah, we do.
I just have a quick little thing to say. I think there's still a whole bunch of busy. Sunday's a busy day. I think maybe I ought to come on like Thursdays when it's not
any day you want, buddy. We're here.
I just wanted to let you all know a couple things. One, I got good news on Friday afternoon. I didn't tell you today, John. I get my first COVID shot tomorrow morning at 10:30.
Outstanding, Bill.
Yeah.
Outstanding, brother.
Awesome.
So that's good. That was good news.
Did you get that by appointment or?
Yeah, I got on a couple lists here about 3-4 weeks ago. The county has a list, the hospital has a list, and then last week on Wednesday, Walgreens started a list because they're going to start getting shots here the end of the month. And Friday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, the hospital called me and they said, "Mr. Jones, would you like an appointment next week?" And I said, "Tell me what time." They said Monday at 10:30 and told me where to go in the hospital, and I went, "I'll be there."
They told me the coordinates to be at, and they was going to launch it up in the air, and we'd wait I'd stand there and wait for that shot to come.
Hey, Bill,
back.
how do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I am the same age as Brother John. I am
28
years young. Actually, the 18th anniversary of my 15th birthday, or however you want to do it.
It's the 47th anniversary of your 21st birthday, Bill.
I'm trying to figure out if they gave you seniority because of you're 68, and that's good. I'm glad you're getting a shot.
Yeah, well, when they opened it up to 65 and above, they had a number you could call to put your name on the list, and I did.
Oh, shit, Lone Wolf going in for eye surgery Tuesday morning.
But anyway, a couple of things changed. I made a decision the other day. I wanted to let everybody know. As you know, I've done a lot of things since I retired from Uncle Sam. Yeah. And I spent a few years in the radio business, and then I got busy in politics. And last year I worked on a Senate campaign that ended up not going well, but it still did good. I registered a lot of people to vote.
Made an impact.
But for the rest of this year, until we get to this time next year when I'll be working on the 2022 campaign, I signed up to be part of a local effort for kind of like Beto O'Rourke's doing, only a little bit different in that we have a lot of homeless people here and people that don't have food and water.
Right.
And we're encouraging people to donate food and water. We've got a couple of restaurants.
There's a dumpster full of it.
The local Jersey Mike's is donating their bread instead of throwing it away at the end of the day. Instead of throwing it away at the end of the day, we have.
That's the stuff. That's how it should be.
Yep.
So that's a positive thing. So I'm going to work on that this year, and then about February next year, I'll get ready to jump into another campaign and get some more Democrats involved.
You know, if y'all have not noticed, Bill is always a proactive fellow. Bill is always looking forward to the future. He doesn't rely heavily on the past. He's looking forward and always. Yeah. And Bill, I appreciate that.
I'm just like an average Blue Dot guy like John.
That's what we are.
Out. And that's what Blue Dots do. We help people. We don't hurt people. We're not angry. We don't go out there and say nasty things. We go out there and help folks. We want to help everybody.
There's no reason to go out and attack anybody. There's plenty of good things to do. Don't waste your time.
You can be trolls. You can be any color, any religion, anything. If you need help, I'm there to help you out, and I'm there to show you the light and spread some blue light on you, man.
There you go, baby. Spread that little blue light around.
But you have permission to attack Ted Cruz.
You still got a bunch of people waiting. I'll probably skip a day here and two here and there. Maybe Thursday might be a good day.
Stop by anytime you want, Bill.
You guys are awesome, and I love you all. And
we love you back, brother.
So are you.
We love you back.
My good brother Jesse Dollimore always says, "Be genuine and take care of one another," and that's a good thing to leave you with.
It doesn't take much more than that. Be genuine and take care of each other. Boy, howdy.
Yeah, buddy. Well, y'all take care. No, John, probably before the end of the month, I'm waiting for this.
I'd like a taste of that.
First, I would like to send you some Turkish Oriental tobacco.
I would like to taste that. I would like to taste that. That really sounds interesting.
We'll do it.
That's another thing Bill and I share is the love of pipes. So.
Yeah, buddy. All right, take care, my friend.
All right, you too. Soon. You bet.
All right. Bless.
Let me catch up here real quick. What?
I was just gonna say he's had permission to attack Ted Cruz if you want. They're making an ass out of him on social media. I love it.
Yeah, I'm loving it too.
Can he be kicked out any earlier than the election? I mean, can the Texas public stand up and say we've had enough and protest and say get out sort of shit?
Nope.
And he has to leave? No?
Nope.
Okay.
We don't have recall. We just have to wait until 2024 to get rid of a stinking used car.
What if he gets sick?
I signed a petition. I did sign a petition telling him to resign, though. There was a petition.
We got billboards here in Texas standing up there saying "Resign, Ted."
Yeah, I signed a petition.
Outstanding, Robert. Thank you. You know, we're trying to shame him into it. The man was part of the insurrection. We have Congressman Louis Gohmert down here in Texas. The congressman, he's one of the ones that were giving tours the day before the insurrection. You know, give him a little show around here. Where to go? Look, there's a tunnel right over there. You know, that's politicians here in Texas. These Republicans, they stink. They stink to high heaven. Anyway, Ben Stroud came back and donated $2 more and said Cowboys owner is profiting off this Texas disaster. I just seen a headline, something about Jerry Jones.
How?
And was making some money doing something. I did not read the story, but I hope it's not true. You know, I hope it's not true. But on that token, it's wealthy people a whole lot of times that benefit from these crises. It's not, you know.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
On a happy note, I'm going to jump out here. I'm going to jump out here in a second and let other people talk. Today's my mom's 82nd birthday.
82nd birthday. Out freaking standing. Well, you wish her a happy birthday from the Blue Dot family, baby.
And she's a cancer survivor and all kinds of stuff at this point.
Outstanding.
So that's kind of why I'm in Oregon. But that was kind of what I had on my mind was, this getting rich off crises needs to stop. People got to stop price gouging people in the middle of a crisis, because
you would think
that this has got to, we need to make some laws saying, look, you can't do that. If there's a crisis,
there is laws, but we're well known for loopholes.
But I mean, like hotels, they did that in Grateful Dead concerts too. Like you'd go see the Grateful Dead and all of a sudden, the hotel room wasn't $60. It was $300 for the night because they knew you were coming, when you don't have a choice in Texas, like all of a sudden you're running for shelter and they want every dime you've got and people are emptying their bank accounts just to stay warm. That's not right. So.
Yeah, but it's cheap in Mexico. You asked Ted Cruz, it's cheap over there.
Right. Yeah. He's crossing borders to keep his kids alive, right? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Crossing borders to find a better life for his kids. Go figure. Yeah. Yes, they've raked him over the coals for all of that. I hope they continue to. He deserves it.
Absolutely. That's our job as this family. Our job is to keep the heat on
pressure on, keep people informed, and remind them these people are scumbags and they have to be voted out.
You got to call them out.
And we have until next year to do that. In 2022.
Especially when you see AOC do what she did and that guy do what he did.
Yep.
There's a difference, and it shows. Action speaks.
It shows like a spotlight. All
right. On that note, I love you guys. I'm going to jump out of the room. Let somebody else jump in here.
All right, Robert.
I'll talk to you guys later in the blue room.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll talk to you in the blue room, brother.
All right.
See you, Robert.
My producer left the room, and as soon as he comes back, he'll bring some more people up in the room. Oh Lord, we have a bunch of people in the room down there. Scott in San Diego. There's a new guy.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him before.
No, he's not new, John. He's from the Horn family.
Oh, wow.
You talked to him on Friday.
Oh, did I? Oh, that's Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did. I talked to him on Friday. Well, I'm in a different, if I was over there, I'd probably remember.
Mr. Tony Boyd, is he a new member?
Boyd? I think Tony's been here. I don't know. Travis is out of the room for a minute. As soon as he comes back, we'll have him bring some people into the room. So,
yes.
Checking on something.
I just hope that the media over there let people know what AOC and Beto are doing for the Texans. Yeah. I just hope that it is put out there and they're giving the credits where credit's due.
MSNBC's covering it really heavy.
I bet your Fox isn't. Fox would be spinning it.
Fox bullshit mountain, the most anti-American bullshit you could ever put on your freaking TV.
Aren't they?
It is. It's just it's a den for lying over there. That's what they do over there. They feed the little maggots bullshit, and they lap it up. They swear on it like it's gospel, and you know, that's all they need. Wave a flag, throw a Bible in their face, they're good.
And they're being sued for defamation things, and yet they're still out there doing it. Yep. They must have a very forgiving insurance company or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't have a highlight of insurance companies. You know, as a matter of fact, I remember the other day I was on Robin's show on Friday, and said something about the insurance corporations that said how much it was going to cost for the broken water pipes, and I said, "Oh, fucking cry me a river." And in my mind, I was thinking about, because these insurance companies, like after Harvey, you know, when you get damage to your house, the worst thing you do is deal with your fucking insurance company because they don't want to pay your ass. Oh, but I have a policy here that says you're supposed to pay so much money here. Yeah, well, we didn't really mean that. Here, take a check for a lot less and go along your way.
Shut up and you're on your bike.
Yeah. They don't, you know, like if I have my house insured for X amount of dollars, and if my house burns down, I'm not getting X amount of dollars. I'm going to get a negotiated settlement. And that's fucking bullshit. It is. You know, when the insurance companies start crying about how much it's going to cost them, oh, it's going to cost us. I mean, you've been raking money out of people's pockets for fucking years. Shut the fuck up and pay the bill. Anyway,
how much is CEO in?
Scott in San Diego, brother.
Hey, baby.
Scott. I'm sorry.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing fine. I forgot. I thought, well, Scott in San Diego, that's the new guy. And
hey, listen, I forget who I am at times.
Hey, I try to.
I'm a child of the '60s.
That's
remember?
What we are. That's what we are. Scott, how's everything going?
I am all right. Sparky has been inviting me to come and join this little gathering for years, and he finally.
And you kept telling him, I ain't going over there and fuck with them people.
No, I didn't say that, but I kept putting it off. But today, when I got up, I said, okay, I'm going to get this Discord thing figured out, and I'm going to, you know, see how it all works, because it's a different system than the horn.
It is.
And I like different. God knows. Anybody who knows me knows I like different.
I had a wonderful conversation with Robin this morning on the.
Did you?
Yes, on the talk conversation on Messenger.
But here's the deal. I'm watching you on YouTube. I'm listening to you on Discord, and it's like a 1950s Japanese Godzilla movie.
We're taking you back to your childhood.
The mouths move, and then 2 seconds later, you hear the voices. It's weirder than fuck. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm glad I'm providing such great entertainment then.
But I had two serious thoughts.
Okay, Scott. What?
I had two serious thoughts. Well, earlier we were talking about green energy.
Right.
There are two types of green energy. There's the green energy that we love and embrace, which has to do with renewable sources of energy and keeping the planet whole and healthy and hearty. Yeah. And then there's the green energy of the people who are like, running Texas. And their green that they focus on is the green on the currency.
That's it, baby.
Okay?
Oh, yeah, you got
that. The pesos, right. The dinero, the money, baby.
The ducats. It's the ducats, baby.
It's the ducats, baby.
The other thing is those of us who were around in the 60s, we've known the solution for over 50 years. And here it is. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And it's just a matter of getting people to stand up for which side they're on and be honest about it for a change.
Exactly.
You know?
It's an old cliche, but if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Yeah. If you're not advancing, you're holding everybody else back.
Yeah.
You know, we got to stop and drag your ass along.
It's so simple, and everybody will win. Yeah. See, they work in the dynamic of for if you're going to have winners, you've got to have losers.
Yeah. You got to have winners. You got to love losers. So I want to be a winner, so I'm going to screw you over so I can be the winner and you can be the loser.
There are countries in the world, and if you get on a plane, you can go to them, where they believe in a win-win situation. Everybody wins.
Who does that benefit, though, Scott?
It benefits the people who are there, who are paying for the country, paying their taxes.
Everybody.
Bingo. So anyway, but I'm glad I finally made it. I see a few familiar faces, or not faces, but names.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you got on, Scott. You know, you were mentioning about John's mouth moving or some delay. I was going to say that, but I'm glad you brought it up first.
Mr. Honorable Mayor.
What great entertainment I provide. I'm telling you.
You do.
Well, it's like what I say over at Robin's show. Where else are you going to find such fine entertainment as this? Nowhere.
That's true.
Nowhere.
Mr. Honorable Mayor, Godzilla is stomping his big green feet and shitting everywhere. What will we do? What will we do?
And run to the...
By the way, I wanted to let you know, John. I just want to let you know. We're supposed to get between 3 to 5 inches of snow tomorrow. Do you want some?
No, I don't want any. I don't want to be cold for a while. That was enough for me.
You should have had. Well, you should have had an applause on that. So you need to get an applause thing on that machine.
How's
there
that?
You go. That's all for you.
That's all.
3 to 5 inches.
I got my slap. I got my.
Johnny, I walk out back of my house to see snow. It's on a mountain. It's 50 miles away. That's the way I like it.
Yeah. I can look out the window and see it on top of that mountain over. Look at that. That snow is pretty today.
We have snow. John, we have snow out here in San Diego.
Where?
I get on the bus. I go to the mall. I walk in, and the food court has a place that sells snow cones. And you get them in like watermelon, blueberry.
There's the way to get your snow. Have them put it in a cone. It's nice and transparent. You don't have to whip out a shovel. Your car's still going to start. That's what we need. It's just more tasty. And they're tasty.
They're so tasty.
And they're so tasty.
I don't know. Putting them in a cone, they're a bit hard to light.
Yeah, they are. You need a big torch.
Yep.
I just walk out.
I get that cone thing. I know. I got you, Ozzy. I know what you're talking about.
All right. When tomorrow morning comes around, I'll have to sit out with the snow shovel shoveling it off the sidewalk again.
All right, we are going
then I have to dig my car out.
We're going to rise up a little bit higher tomorrow. By Wednesday, they'll see our high will be back up around 81, which is our normal for this time.
Hey, well, get this, John. Come Wednesday, we're supposed to be about 50 degrees. Figure that one out. Then it's going to go back down.
I am going to be the first one to point out the fact that when it comes to cold, John is a big freaking wuss. I don't like it. It makes me cold. I don't know what it is. I go outside, shit, all of a sudden I'm freezing to death. I don't like it. I'm trying to figure it out, but
you know what it is.
Are you taking blood thinners, John?
What's that, Ozzy?
Are you taking blood thinners?
I am. Well, I take an aspirin. No, I don't take a blood thinner. I take an aspirin every night.
Yeah, well, similar thing. When you thin your blood, you feel the chill a little bit more.
Right.
Well, I just recently, over the past year or two, my doctor told me to take one aspirin.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I have to take an aspirin too.
Do you, Johnny?
Yeah.
But, I never did like the cold. I didn't mind it when I was a young boy, but now it's like I can't stand it. No. And if I had the money and I had my way, I'd either be in South Florida.
It's the same with all of us. As we get older, it's a harder drain on the system. Not that I don't think that I'd, like anything else in life, I would think that I would overcome whatever it is I had to do to get my fucking ass warm again. But it's just harder to do. And for people down here in Texas and in South Texas, especially, we're not used to it. Outstanding. Look there. Travis just sold another shirt. Naruto.
Good job.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you guys,
because my mic doesn't work.
Travis's mic isn't working, so that's the screen.
That deserves an applause there, John.
Oh yeah. Hey, thank you, whoever bought that. We appreciate it, really. Or Travis does, especially because it's. Bernadette, what are you doing in here, darling?
Hi, Bernie.
Am I in here?
Bernadette.
You're in here, baby.
Yes, you're on.
Hi.
You're on, girl.
I really just stopped by to say, I just want to say a very warm thank you to John Bertevaux and Robin Kincaid. You guys have made me work all week. I'm busy this weekend. Thank you very much. I thought I was in retirement, but now I have a job.
No, baby. Just when you think you're getting out, we'll drag your ass back in. And here, let me help you out a little bit more. If anybody, by the way, because I just got this the other day from Bernie. And if you are interested in the breeze trees, the breeze trees that we have been talking about, that everybody is raving about here, you can contact her at preestrees@asis.com. That's PREESTREES@ASIS.com. And that is your email address where people can contact you, right?
Do you have that on your website, John?
Huh?
It is just amazing the response that I have been getting from you guys, just blowing it
put that in the
up,
chat?
man. Come on.
Awesome.
Well, you know why, Bernie?
And
Because
I want
the
to say
stuff
hi to
works.
Scott in San Diego, because I never get to say hi to Scott in San Diego. I always listen to him.
Bernadette, you're the lady who does the ointments, the salves?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell your secret. I know that they were talking the other day on the. Well, wait a minute. It's a good secret.
Okay, it's good.
The herbs and the natural ingredients, but the most important ingredient, and I've never used your products, but if I ever need to, I will, and I'll recommend them to friends. But the key ingredient to your ointments and salves and creams and things is love. It's wisdom and love.
Scott, I couldn't say it any better, brother. Thank you. Thank you from all of us.
I am so humbled and did not come on here to make this about me. Okay, so let's move on.
We were talking about you the other day, on Friday.
I know.
And as a matter of fact,
I
Robin and I were talking this morning on Messenger and on the voice thing there, and yeah, we were talking about you then too. Were your ears burning?
My ears have been burning ever since both of you opened your yap.
Everybody's talking about that priest trees. I'm telling you.
It's
I'm
amazing.
just so happy.
You
and
guys,
I even talked to Agnes.
So much.
You know, I talked to Agnes this morning, and she was praising it. Oh, that is, yeah. So, yeah, Travis put the address
biggest thing
in the
about
chat.
it for me, I just saw that. Thank you, Travis. The biggest thing about it for me is that I just really want to help people feel better, and if it makes you feel better, I put it on the labels for whatever ails you, and I literally mean that.
From your hamstring to your hemorrhoid, baby.
From your hair to your toenails.
There you go.
Whatever you need it for, whatever you think you might want to use it for, it will help. And the feedback on it has just been amazing. Everybody who's ever bought it has had nothing. It helped my sciatica. It helped my shoulder. It helped my knee, my foot.
It helps me with my shoulder big time.
Somebody used it on their dog. Velda's telling people it helps with hemorrhoids.
Doug came out and said it helped his hemorrhoids. What a guy. I mean, that's a hell of an endorsement.
Whatever possessed someone to try it on their anus?
I don't. Well, because this stuff works. Because wherever you put it, you feel it pretty quick.
If it hurts, and you got a can of priest trees right there, you're gonna
put
try
it where it hurts.
Okay.
Well, then you better put it on a label. If you got a sore ass, try this.
Try this.
For whatever ails you.
That covers just about everything. If it hurts, put some priest trees on it. It will.
Oh dear.
It will dull the pain to where you can live with it.
It does work. I'll tell you that right now.
It does.
Guys, I've got a fly. I've got a bit of emergency here. I'll catch you later.
Standing Aussie Dave, thank you very much, brother.
Take care, buddy.
See you guys.
All right.
And see, Ozzy goes and he helps animals. That's
does.
great.
That's why Ozzy just left.
It's an amazing thing what he does in himself. Last year during the fires, he was out there with all the animals, and it's just amazing what this man does with the animals. And
I'm telling you.
I'll bet you if Travis dips his headset in a jar of that, it might even fix his headset.
Hey, it might fix your headset.
It might fix the headset.
It might make it to where I can hear myself out of my right ear. It might do it.
I can hear you.
Go ahead, do it.
Hey, Travis, dip your mic too, since you're having problems with that.
Are you having troubles with your mic? Well, hell, just dip it in a can of praise trees. It'll fix anything.
Honestly,
having problems with that erection? Well, just never mind.
Hey.
Honestly,
you rub it on.
To be fair, though,
rub it on.
to be fair, if I were to use it for the microphone, I guarantee you Mom would want to slap the shit out of me for wasting it. So,
yeah, Mama's
no.
kind of... we are pretty protective of that thing. That can ain't that big for 5 people.
And here's the thing. A very small amount of this, if you take it, put a little dab in your hands, rub your hands together, let the heat of your hands warm it up, it's going to go a long way. You don't really need to use a whole lot of it.
Next time I'm over at Maestro's doing a show, I'm going to let him tell everybody how much prettier he looks, his skin.
And Maestro, yes, Maestro it's a beauty product for him.
Yeah, he keeps telling me, I love this stuff on my skin, John. This makes me look good. Yeah, you don't look any better to me. I'm sorry, but I don't see the difference. But hey, if it's helping, have at it. I just kid him. As a matter of fact, I saw him today. He's doing fine.
Right on.
I went over to check on him today. He is warm. He is
on.
Yeah, got his electricity back on. He's good to go. He's sitting there watching a basketball game. He was doing good.
John, I got one question for you. Are you guys ready to turn this gigantic state in this union blue?
Blue, baby.
Are you ready to get worse?
I am ready.
Feckless fucking Republicans.
I am ready.
Get
all
them
across,
out.
not just my state. I want it for every one of them. Turn this whole freaking country blue. Because we have to chase these little maggots out of the Republican Party.
People, when Republicans are in office, people die. These people are killing us. They're killing us. They're killing our family. They're killing our friends. They're killing our neighbors.
It's a ripple effect.
And
baby.
you know what? It's so obvious. When people are hurting and they're dying and everything else, and they ask these Republicans about, well, don't you think you should reconsider? Even Biden said that. What part of this bill do you want me to take out? What part of these people do you want to get? And they still say that you should cut back on it.
Well, we have to be fiscally responsible. We're the fiscal responsible people of the world, of the country. Right. We have to take care of this. We can't be spending money. Our grandchildren.
Yeah, the grandchildren line is what they use.
Yeah. They use that a lot. They try to. They only do that when they're out of office, though. When they're in office, it's rob the bank.
Money. They're pocketing. They're all benefited on the last
wealthy
Republican being in
under
office.
Republicans.
Yes, and they're all benefiting, and it is us. Those of us, every last single one of us need to clone, build, join, and go out and work with somebody, work for somebody, register somebody. We have
be involved. That's what Johnny Fly does.
No matter what,
yes.
Because the Republicans are already starting for 2022 and 2024. They're already starting to try to break down our vote, and we can't let that
Look
happen.
At the legislation going across the different states right now, trying to restrict the vote. It's the only chance Republicans have is to cheat, is to lie, steal, or cheat. If they could, the only way they win is if fewer people vote. Oh, but we want to make sure they're all legal to vote. What the fuck?
Well, you know what?
Ain't nobody showing up.
You would.
Huh? Go ahead.
John, you would think. Don't they have a national election law that enforces these shit? How can they get away with cheating?
Elections.
Because of the Supreme Court, and what the Supreme Court
every state runs their own election.
Right. Elections are controlled by the states. So yes, we have a national.
If we pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act,
there you go.
Then we might not have to worry about this so much.
And indeed, that needs to be passed. It's already sitting there in the Senate. It's ready to go, and we need to get that passed. There's a lot of things we need to pass like that.
And we can't let up on our senators either. We need to call these people and let them know I want that act passed.
Yes,
I want these things done.
Look at the resistance to the increase in minimum wage that the Republicans have. Are you shitting me? You tell me you're the man of the people, that you're concerned about the citizens and all that. No, you're not concerned about the citizens. You're concerned about the business, the corporation. That's who you're concerned about. If you were concerned about the people, you'd be all behind a minimum wage increase because it hasn't been increased in decades. So, at some point, people have to make a livable wage. You have to be able to go to work for 40 hours and still have money for your electric bill, your rent, your food, and pray tell, a hamburger on the weekend or some shit. There's bills. There's cell phone bills. There's every it's the natural society that we live in. The necessities that we need cost, and they cost the same whether you're rich or poor. But if you're poor and don't have the money for it, well, too fucking bad, huh?
John, I'll tell you, I know this from experience, having been in the disability system in this country. Back for those many, many years when I did work,
right?
I worked a 40-hour week, and some of my jobs were crappy, but most of them weren't, thank God. But then when I became disabled, see, anybody working 40 hours a week shouldn't have to want for anything in terms of basic needs.
Basic needs, you should be able to meet them.
And for the elderly,
if you're
or
working
for
a 40-hour week and you're on food stamps, there's a problem.
Bingo. And for the elderly and the disabled or whatever, that's why ever since they came up with Social Security back in 1934, the Republicans every damn year try to do something to kill it. And we can't let that happen because that is a safety net. And I speak from experience here.
That's what's so. You ask any person, not a politician, not a Republican politician or something, but you talk to anybody on the street about Social Security and, oh, well, you know, we ought to think about cutting Social Security back. They'll fucking cut your throat. That's their grandma. That's that's all people have. A lot of people is their Social Security.
Yeah.
And it is hard enough to live on just that. That's what they hate, though. Because, I lost my train of thought there for a minute. You ask anybody out on the street, they'll cut you. You ask a politician, a Republican, well, of course, we can't afford this. These people are, we just can't afford this as a country. We're going to go bankrupt. We're going to have to cut back somewhere. Let's kill grandma. It is such a disparity between.
Sell a jet. Sell a fucking invisible bomber, for fuck's sake. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, we got the money for that.
Oh, sure. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's a matter of priorities.
We come up with an invisible bomber. Well, we'll buy millions of them because, don't you see, they're sitting right there. Just give us the money and take our word for it. They're sitting right there.
And they have tax cuts for the 1%. That's fine.
Oh, Lord.
But, don't give any breaks to the average person. That's going to make the deficit go up, man.
$2.3 trillion is what the other guy's tax cut for the rich costs this country. While they debate a $1.9 trillion package for COVID relief, and the Republicans are screaming, they spent more than that on a tax cut for rich people. So keep that in mind. Every time you hear a Republican scream fiscal responsibility and we can't afford this or that, look back at the last 4 years of how they raped the coffers. And it's not something that happens just last 4 years. Look at the cycle. Go back and go Google the charts and look at a Republican and a Democratic administration for the last 5 decades. You're going to see a pattern. And the pattern is when Republicans come into office, the deficit goes sky high, the debt goes sky high, and then they want a Democrat to come in and clean it up, which has been done time and time. Bill Clinton had a balanced budget, buddy. We didn't have a fucking deficit, baby. We didn't have a deficit. We had a balanced budget. Oh, and then Bush came.
We had a surplus.
We had a surplus. We did indeed have a surplus.
And then we had Republicans in office.
Come in and fuck it up again.
But here's the good news, John.
War. It's good.
Do you remember that old joke about? You remember that old joke about the circus would come to town, and the day before the circus started, there'd be the big circus parade.
Yeah.
And there'd be the guy behind the parade sweeping up the elephant crap.
Yep.
And he complained about it every year when the circus came to town. And somebody said, well, Fred, if you don't like it, why don't you find another line of work? And he said, what? And give up showbiz? Well, here's the good news. Here's the good news. For a long time, the Democrats were Fred sweeping up behind the elephants, saying what? And give up show business? But now
Look at us.
when we have successes like
very
Georgia.
Good analogy there, Scott.
And like having the House and the Senate and the White House controlled at long last by Democrats, we're growing our spines back. We're not just automatically sweeping up behind the elephants. I don't want to play
Mr. Nice Guy Democrat. Fuck that shit.
But you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's all about the show business.
The people of Texas should take heart at what happened just a few short months ago in Georgia. Nobody saw that coming.
Nobody did.
But
we did the same thing here, baby. We came close. The last two elections, we came so close.
And that's what scares them.
It does.
That is what scares them. They're looking in their rearview mirror, and we're gaining on them. Things appear larger. Things,
That's my hand reaching out to slap the shit out of them. Anyway,
that's right. You need that slapping law.
Judy donated $20. Thank you, Judy. And she says, we love Texas. And I know that's Judy, because that's who she is in the chat. Judy, thank you very much. And Ben Stroud came back with oh, did I miss it? I killed the gong. Oh, don't break the shoe. Oh, God. It missed it. I'm scared to death something's going to happen to that starfish.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. John's done broke the gong.
I done broke the gong, man. I done knocked over my donkey and my squirrel.
You need some Velcro on the feet of that gong.
I need to just fucking glue it. Sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes I just whack the shit out of it.
I understand Gorilla Glue works really well.
Hey, I've heard that works great for your hair. Ben Stroud donated $2 and said, to many Trumplicans in office, the Tea Party schmucks. They are. Now I hit it. I got to find a balance on how hard I hit that. Yes, the Trumplicans are teabaggers that, I don't know, got into politics, I guess. We're going to see, though. We're going to see what happens at CPAC. It is going to be the battle between the conservatives and the Trumplicans. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to sit back and watch this fight play out. Entertainment for our side. Let them knock themselves out. Somebody criticized me. They thought I supported the Lincoln Project. I fucking love the Lincoln Project. Let them knock the shit out of each other over there. I freaking love it. I don't like donate to them or anything, but I love their commercials. Let knock the shit out of each other over there. And by the way, most of those Republicans have now become Democrats in that organization.
Yeah, and they're still leaving the party too.
They are indeed leaving the party. They keep saying that Trump has a high percentage rating within the Republican Party. It's a shrinking party. The number is, you might look good as a percentage-wise, but your overall basic number is dropping like a rock. So if you have 70% approval of 20% of the population, doing a bang-up job there, I'm
then
just
you
saying.
got 20% of the population.
Yeah,
or
that's
less
it.
Than. So, but, I understand they don't do numbers well unless they're in office.
Unless there's a dollar sign next to them. Then they do numbers real well. Other than that, they're not interested. But it points to the work we have to do. The work I have to do here in Texas to help try to turn this state blue. I'm going to be sporting up Beto O'Rourke. I just have this hope and this. I think he might run for governor. And Beto Beto is very popular in this state.
That would be awesome.
It would be very awesome. He has proven himself to be a man of the people, and he has worked on that ever since I found him during the 2018 election. I was impressed with him right out the gate. The first time I went to one of his rallies and listened to him speak, and there were Republicans in that crowd, and he could talk to both. He talks on a basic level in the need that we all have in this society. And he proves his worth every time you see him. I can guarantee you I could go to my iPad right now, which I can't because it's got all these buttons on it right now and I can't close that. I have an email from him. I get emails from Beto O'Rourke. No, they're not private emails. Hello, John. How's the family and all that? No. I am on his list of contacts. And the pieces that he puts out is asking for you to help in certain things, in certain areas, whether it be a donation or yourself, and something that you can do. He is always pushing to help the people of Texas. And I think Beto is the kind that if something happened in New York, Beto would be the AOC of Texas. Beto would be the one to go raise money for another state if they needed it. Michael Cloud, on the other hand, didn't do shit. Anyway, just pointing out my congressman.
Well, Beto's already
sack
helping
of shit. He's too scared to even come on Twitter. I keep loving this. During a disaster, a crisis, social media is a high influence tool to use to get words out and to get people information. My congressman won't show up on Twitter anymore. He is too afraid of it. He's over on Parler. So, Michael Cloud, District 27, Texas, go over to Parler and follow him with the rest of the traitors and insurrectionists and assholes of the world. They're all over there. Coming on Twitter? He's too afraid. Shit. Yes, I'm going to work hard to turn my state blue because I'm tired of being embarrassed. I'm tired of being embarrassed by a governor who goes on TV to lie to one group and then has to tell the truth to the rest of us. But he's not talking to those people. When he feels free, Greg Abbott felt free to go on public TV and talk the truth because he knows the minions aren't listening to that. They're over tuned into Fox News listening to him talk about the mean AOC. That's what's wrong with our country. It's sickening. My attorney general is under indictment. He's a crook. My lieutenant governor thinks you ought to just die for your country. Just go ahead and die because it'd be better for the economy. Yeah, Johnny.
Well, John, they also, once we get these people in, now this is wonderful. We have Biden in, we have, it's a thin, majority.
Yes, we have a very thin majority.
We need to be able to keep them in office because what will happen, this was mentioned today on one of the news programs, what will happen, the nations, they want to put their trust in us again as an ally, but if in 2 years we get another asshole like Trump in, that's what they're afraid of. So we got to make sure we keep fighting for the blue dot.
It is. All politics are local, they say. And it starts at that level. It starts at that level. You have to be informed and involved in what's going on in your community and in the nation, in your state. Because the more we're involved, the more we progress our agenda, the more progressive people that we vote into office, because we get involved. That's the worst thing Republicans fear down here is that we're going to get organized and figure out, hey, they got it gerrymandered, but if we vote our asses off, we can still beat them. And it's what we have to do here in Texas, and it's what we have to do in a whole lot of other states, is really push to help support Democrats that are running all over the place. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. 2022 is going to be a big year. There's over 20 Senate seats that are going to be up for sale. I was fixing to say it. Basically, that's what it is. There's over 20 seats open, and we have to work our ass off, not only for our own state, but support others in other states, especially, as we've said in the past, if you're in a blue state, you got a blue governor, a blue senators, everything's rosy with you. Turn your attention to a red state and try to help as much as you can, because that influenced Georgia a whole lot. There were people donating to Georgia in groves to try to help Georgia. And there's
quite a number of blue dots that do that. We are in red states, and they're manning phone banks in other states trying to get the blue vote out, man. Baby. It's amazing, just the amount people stepped up this year. But we cannot let our guard down. We have a long way to go, guys. We're not even close to being finished yet just because we got Biden in office.
No, we still have a lot of work to do. And it's less than 2 years away to the next election.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is every 2 years. So you get my drift.
It's a nonstop campaign now.
It's a nonstop thing, and you always have to be interested in it. The minute you get complacent and just figure, fuck it, they'll take care of it. They're going to screw you over.
And stay on top of what's happening in your area.
Indeed.
Look at what's happening in Texas.
Yeah.
And these people didn't even know that their power company was doing this shit to them.
Yeah, they didn't know, but they know now. And a lot of people are going to know in the next few days when they get their electric bill and they go, what the fuck?
And that's a
won't
shame,
be able to
John.
pay it. It is. But there is legislation, not only at the state level, but at the federal level, to step in, and not only for Texas, but in other areas too, because of, like I said, it's going to be a ripple effect. If the price of gas goes up here, it's going to go up everywhere. It's going to impact a lot of people across this country. And again, in the middle of a pandemic, we're, a year into negotiating the next COVID deal. You know, it is so sad to watch the distance between that $1,200 check that everybody got that made a good impact on the economy, mind you, and for people that especially that needed it, to the payment that if you got your $600, I ain't got mine yet. So, and we still haven't gotten the rest of what they promised you. That length of time it's disgusting that we do not have a government that can work fast enough to make an impact on the people when they need it. Because after that $1,200 ran out after a month, a year ago, they needed help the next month and you weren't there. While we watch other countries, as close as Canada, has no problem supporting their citizens during difficult times every month. And we still sit here and quabble. We are still trying to get it done. And every politician comes out there and tells you, well, we're working hard for the American people and we're trying to get this done, but if it wasn't for them assholes on the other side of the aisle, well, we could get this done tomorrow. And then you go across the other aisle and they say the same thing. And it's back and forth. And we have to do better. Right now, the $1.9 billion that's on the line right now, I think is desperately needed by this country. But what we have to watch is that the same thing doesn't happen this time that happened last time, and that's a bunch of wealthy fucking people walking out with big fucking checks. That's not what the money was for then, and it's not what the money's for now. It should go to the people that need it. Anyway, I guess I'm over time because Travis doesn't let me go half hour ago that it was almost time, so I guess we better wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for coming by here tonight and visiting with us. Time is the most precious thing you have, and I appreciate so much that y'all come by here. And I love this conversation. I've sometimes Travis tells me, Dad, we need to do a show and do nothing but the chat that's going on, and we need to do that one day because I just love this family that we have that talks over here, and it's just worth the world to me. Anyway, Bernadette, thank you for coming by, darling. And remember, that's Trees at asis.com. If y'all want to get hold of the miracle product that Bernadette makes in her kitchen, bless her heart, baby, it works. And so y'all can look her up there. Bernadette, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, when's the check going to get her? No charge.
In the mail.
There's no deal here, baby. I speak strictly from the heart on this thing. I not only believe in the product, I believe in the system that brought it to be, and that's this Blue Dot family. And that's the story to me. It's not so much that the product works, and it does. It's the story that made it all happen. And Bernadette, you're just a jewel, baby. Thank you.
Well, there's lots of people that make these kinds of stories happen all over this family.
Yes.
So let's keep taking care of each other, Blue Dots.
What we do,
that's
baby.
what we do.
That's what we do. All right.
That's right.
And Johnny Fly up in Pennsylvania, brother, we appreciate you anytime you come by. I've gotten over the fact that you're pettier than me, but I'm standing. Standing in the wings, brother. I'm standing in the wings over here.
I can't help it, John. It's in my genes.
I know.
You know?
It's in your jeans. It's in your shirt. It's in your face. It's all that shit. You know, fuck off. Anyway, Johnny Five, thank you for coming by, brother.
You're quite welcome.
All right, and Scott, I so appreciate you coming by.
Well, it took me a while, but once I make up my mind, Sean, I get her done.
Well, there you go.
Oh, it's not generally known, but when Ted Cruz was in the airport bar,
yeah,
he sidled up to a cute woman and said, "Baby, I'd sure like to get in your pants." And the lady said, "Well, go ahead, Senator. There's one ass in there already."
There's one ass in there already. I might as well have another, you idiot. Thank you, Scott, for that parting gift. We appreciate the hell out of it.
I live to serve. You know that.
Now, Scott, have you been over to the Blue Room yet?
I don't know. I guess I haven't. If I can't answer yes right away, then I've never been there. No.
The Blue Room is the you're in the Blue Dot Live room right now. There's another room called the Blue Room. Scott, there's a reason it's called the Blue Room, brother. I'm just saying. Be careful. Walk in.
Oh.
You got a flak jacket? Have you got a flak jacket? Maybe a helmet, some scar, goggles.
Is there like a haze on the horizon?
Oh, yeah. There's a ritual we go through when somebody new comes in the room. No, it's where it's the back porch of the Blue Dot family is how we look at it. Except it's open 24 hours a day.
Well, I must check it out.
Yes, please do. I'll be over there in just a little bit after we wrap up the show. That's my ritual. I go see Mama for a little bit, and then I come back in and visit in the Blue Room with everybody.
Well, anyway, you all made my first time very pleasant. This is good. This is a good space to be in, and you'll see more of me, I think.
Well, we hope so. You found your way here this time. You can come back anytime. We enjoy the conversation. Anyway, Spark, thank you so much.
Yeah.
For helping Scott find his way over here, brother. We appreciate that.
I didn't do much of anything, really.
You pointed. You said, "Hey, how do you get over there?" Well, you're right over there. Go right over there. Somebody's got to do the pointing.
That's all I ever do is point.
Well, point and giggle.
Well, the giggle just comes along extra, naturally.
Sparky, you working overtime nowadays, huh?
Really? Yeah, he's crazy.
Hey, I'm retired.
Yeah, retired my ass. You got chores to do tomorrow? Huh?
I wish.
You ain't got nothing around the fucking house to do? I'm moving to your house.
I'm bummed out because my lawnmower, you know that beautiful Husqvarna lawnmower?
Yes. Yes. Don't tell me it's broke.
It's pumping out oil when it's running.
Oh, no.
No. That thing's not that old.
That's good.
I know. I bought it with my Donnie dollars from last year.
Yeah. Boy, howdy shit. It should still be on the warranty.
Check said from Donnie Trump, so I call it Donnie dollars.
Donnie dollars. I'm going to slap you. Wait a minute.
So anyway, they're going to come pick it up and fix it for me.
Good job.
I'm still bummed out because I have to look out every day. It rains a lot, John.
So the grass
when the sun comes out, the grass starts growing. Hell, we got trees blooming already here.
It's a vicious cycle. Grass grows, you mow it. Rains, grass grows, mow it. Rains, it's eons. It's been going on for eons. We're just coming up with better ways to cut the grass. Or as they say in French, mow the lawn. Anyway.
Yeah,
mow the lawn. That's French.
See you later, John.
Sparky, thank you for coming by. Enjoyed it. Had a great time talking to Robin this morning. I'll be headed over that way soon. I enjoyed this interaction between the Horn family and the Blue Dot family. I really did. Thank you. Anyway, we appreciate everybody that comes by and spends a little bit of time with us. It's how this family grows, and we appreciate it tremendously. Remember, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, so wash your hands, wear a mask, stay the fuck away from nasty-ass people. And as usual, do the best thing you can for yourself and everybody else, and that's try to put a smile inside your heart. Don't let shit get to you too bad. Everything sucks, but fuck it. Put a smile on your face and make them all wonder what the fuck you're thinking. It's that simple. It'll make you feel better. It'll make somebody else feel better. Until then, it's Monday tomorrow, baby, so we're going to start this shit all over again. We'll dig into the news, see what happens, and then we'll be back here on Tuesday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. So please come by and join us and have the conversation with us. And to all our Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope family, good night. Thank you for being who you are. John Martinez, Michelle Busan, Maria Betancourt, Timothy Becker, Berkland. I'm sorry. Timothy, I messed up your name. Ardessa, thank you for being here. Jan Beats, Charlotte Peck, and Maria Betancourt. Y'all take care. Have a great night, and we will see y'all again on Sunday. Y'all take care. Y'all say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see y'all later.